Yo, what up, niggas? It's your boy Philosco here, and now I'm finally actually awake. Because the videos I made, the two I made previous to this one, I was like out of it. It was early in the morning. I wasn't feeling good. My throat was hurting and stuff, so I had to get up, make myself some oatmeal and some tea. But anyway, I know I'm a YouTuber. I know. I have 3 channels, combined about 70,000 subscribers and growing every day. But I just found out something yesterday. My YouTube has an inbox. I didn't know. I didn't know my YouTube had an inbox. I don't know how I missed that for so long. But I am now using my YouTube inbox. I've always just went to Gmail or Facebook or Twitter. But yes, you can mail me, you can message me on my inbox on YouTube. That is so embarrassing. But anyway, this video is dedicated to Rema Alexander. This video is for her. She's a black girl that basically says, and I know Tommy Sotomayor does the same thing. I'm not copying him. I'm just answering my inboxes just in case someone's going to think that. I'll read the whole thing. She says, I was wondering if you can tell me or do a video about Russian men liking black women. I'm 17, I live in America, New York City, and I really like Russian and Ukrainian guys, but I'm really afraid they won't like me. I would also like to go to Russia one day, but my family told me that they don't like black people. And yes, I saw your black people in the video, but I am wondering if it was different for black women. I have been to Germany. Germany's awesome. France, Denmark, and Amsterdam. And I didn't receive any racism. Same here. But I want to what it is like in Russia. I want to know what it is like in Russia. I understand you're a guy and probably won't know a lot, but if you know something, can you please respond back if you can, or do a video? Thank you very much. Well, here's your video, young black girl, 17, Rema. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. One thing that I've noticed about Russia and black women is that there's not many black women at all. And I've always wondered that. Whenever I see a black person, 95% of the time, it's a guy. I don't know where all the women are here. I've always wondered that. And when I do see a black woman, it's so surprising that I don't even know how to react. I probably see, like, let's take it back to my tour days. Basically, for the whole summer, I was touring city, city, city. So let's say during those 4 months, I probably saw a total of maybe, okay, outside of this one club, I'll get to the club later. Outside of that one club, I probably saw 3 black girls in total for like the whole summer. It was very rare because every time I saw them, I remembered. There was one in a train station. There was one in the metro, actual metro. There was one in the station, one in the actual metro, and one just walking by in the street, from what I remember. And I remember I was kind of upset because I tried to treat them like I treat the black guys, but all 4 of these girls except for like one gave me an attitude. I remember that, and I didn't like it. And I was like, yo, what the, I was just thinking, like, what the fuck? And I made a video about it back then. You could probably see it on the channel. It's called, I don't know what it's called, but I definitely made it, and I didn't like it. And I remember saying hi to them, and except for one who treated me nicely, they were all like, whatever, whatever. But it's very rare out here, and the stereotype of black women out here in Russia is that they're prostitutes. That's usually what it is. They're prostitutes. Whenever I do speak to men out here about black women, they're just like, oh, they're just around here. You know, they're usually just prostitutes here. That's all they do. They're sluts and whatever. That's what I hear from a lot of people, even people who I know aren't racist. Even people who want black girls. There's not that many of them that I've met. But the rare few who want black girls say the same thing, that in Russia they're usually prostitutes. Which is, I guess, because, you know, they're different, they grab attention, so they're using them as prostitutes. But on a level of just like black women being sexy or not, I honestly don't have an opinion, because there's not that many guys I've heard say something like, yeah, you know, I want black women. The ones who do like black women actually go to America. They don't try to get them here because they're smart. They're smart. They go somewhere else. They go to America and try to get them there. They don't try to get them here. They don't, because they understand. Because, like, I'll give you an example. There was this girl I met in Moscow. She's black and white. And, you know, compared to Russian people, we look alike. And, like, I love this girl. Me and her and my ex-girlfriend, we hung out a few times. It was a lot of fun. She was awesome. And, like, so we pretended we were brother and sister. So every time a Russian guy would hit on her, I'd be like, yeah, that's my sister. You know, what do you want from her? Yeah, get me a drink and you're good. And it always worked. They'd buy me a drink and they'd get to hang out with her. But, like, it always killed me whenever we would sit together, have dinner. Racism would always come up in the conversation because there's no way you're going to have two or more black people in Russia sitting and talking and racism don't come in a conversation. Especially when there's other people around who don't know you and don't understand you. It's going to come up in a conversation. And when there's two or more of you, it just kind of explodes because you don't have to hide it. You don't have to feel guilty. You have somebody there to support you and stuff. You know what I mean? So it just kind of always explodes into the conversation. And what always makes it worse is when some white person says, oh, it's not that bad. Yo, I hate hearing that. I mean, because if they speak about for me, I know it's not that bad for me. I understand. But I mean, for the average black person who doesn't have fucking companies and shit planning their trips and taking care of them, buying everything for them, it's very different. So, I feel for those people. And so one story she told me was that when she was like 6 or 7 years old, she went to a store. And this is in Russia. She went to a store and she looked outside the store. You know how when you look outside some stores, they have like glass walls? So she looked and she saw a neo-Nazi guy with a bat. And so he opens the door. She's like 6 years old. He opens the door and he says something like, when you come outside, I have something for you. In Russian, he said it. And so she had to literally wait inside the store for like 2.5 hours. And like, no one, the guy who owned the store didn't care. She had to wait until that guy left. And I was surprised because now the same kind of shit happens to her as an adult. And I was so surprised because she's extremely attractive. She's very attractive. So how our racist conversation started was when I looked at her and I said, well, look, I know you're black, but you're fine as hell, so I know you have nothing to worry about. She goes, you crazy. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you're crazy. I go through probably worse things than you do because I'm a woman and I'm weaker. Men don't see that as like she said men don't see her sexiness as a reason not to hurt her. It's probably a reason more to hurt her because people might like her. And plus she's weaker and they want to take advantage of it. Now, of course, it's not all Russian men, but it's the racist ones. So when she told me that, and you know, she damn near started crying when she spoke about all the bad things that happened to her, I was fucking surprised because maybe I'm shallow, but I could have swore, if I could have guessed, that sexy women get less racism than everyone else. I just thought that way because I just thought, like, some Russian guy would be like, damn, I hate niggers, but she's so sexy, and then he tries to date her or something. That's what I thought. Maybe I watched too many movies. That's what it is. Too many movies, like, that's too many movies for me. But yeah, so what would I say to you? If you want to come out here looking for men, don't do that shit. Get the men Russian, Ukrainian men who are in America. They're all over, well, not as much as the women, but they're still around in America, so you can probably meet one there. Now to the club. There's a very famous club here in Russia called Karma Bar. And that's where I see a bunch of black women, a bunch of black guys, and everyone in there knows me. I never knew black Africans watch my videos until I started going to that bar. Club. It's a bar and club. I could not believe that from the owner all the way down, everybody always knew me in there. That's when I started realizing, not these videos, the videos on my other channel, so relax your ass. That's when I realized that, holy shit, I'm kind of representing black people here? Because everybody knew me. Like, on the Russian social network, I am the most popular black person on it, period. Who uses it the most. Like, I'm at 35,000. The next highest is probably 20,000, if that. You know what I mean? So, and I've only been getting popular for almost 2 years now. You know, a lot of people been dancers and stuff, been getting fans for 6 years. I've been on it for almost 2 years, 1 year and 7 months or something like that. So, it's just, it's crazy. It all happened really fast, and it made me feel real good. It made me feel really, really good. Now, there are some Africans who watch this channel, and what they usually ask me is like, what the fuck is wrong with African Americans? I was like, well, we need you. We need you guys. We need some of you guys to help us out. You should teach us your culture. We can adopt to your culture, your mentality. We could be more like you. I think we'd be fine. Because the amount of Africans in Russia who graduate from a university, I'm pretty sure is much higher than the average American. Well, that's not fair because Africans usually come here to go to college. So that's not a fair comparison. But anyway, just saying. Africans are awesome. I love them. And that's really it, Rema. I hope this video helped you. It's real out here, Rema. It's real as hell. And now I gotta get to my next message and make another video because I am so late. Later, nigga.